And continuing our Wellness Wednesday coverage, it is no question that health is not just physical, it is mental too. Mental health can be hard enough to tackle for yourself, but also for your kids. Heading back to school is not an easy transition for some, and you might be asking yourself, how do I even have these conversations? Terrace House is a collaborative counseling space bringing a modern and relatable approach to therapy. And this morning we are joined by Dr. Dooley Hussmann, the lead therapist and clinical supervisor, on how to have these talking points. Because Megan, we were talking about it off air. It's difficult to see what your child's going through mentally. So you might not even realize going back to school isn't always easy.
No, not at all. So much of supporting our kids' mental health is really supporting our own mental health. So thinking about ways that we can name and acknowledge feelings for ourselves and with our kids can be a really big help. And then we can think about ways to put in routines and structure to help just minimize stress. So that way our kids are just getting less overwhelmed with all that's going on. And then a really important thing is just nurturing relationships for ourselves and then making sure we have intentional time building relationships with our kids so that we're connecting and having those moments to really enjoy one another during this really busy time of restarting school.
It is, and it's a lot for them to go through, and I really like how you mentioned routine, right? Having that consistency, because they might feel a little unstable at school, but having the home feel stable and safe is very important. How do you get your child to feel comfortable if they did want to talk about something? How do you have that open conversation?
It's really just building upon asking and letting them know that it's okay to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. So really validating. There's no bad feelings. It's just letting them know that whatever they're feeling is okay, and we want to know about it. So continue to ask and let them know that their feelings matter.
Are there any warning signs that people should look out for, like something that you could see on your child's face that you know, okay, maybe something's going on there?
I think just trusting our guts. We know our kids so well, so really being in tune with our own feelings too. If we think something's off, then trust that and ask. I think anytime you're feeling disconnected from your kid or you're feeling like they're withdrawn, that's a sign that you should be really thinking about, are there needs and additional supports that they need? And then if you're struggling with that too, thinking about therapy and counseling as a space for your kid and also as parents too, getting that support to help understand how we can better support our kids.
Yes, and I even think probably you would say for parents, it's just as beneficial to have that routine.
Absolutely.
To stick to something. I know I myself, I have to have the routine or everything else feels chaotic.
Yes, it's our anchor. And then we have more space and time to enjoy one another and connect.
Yes, and hopefully then after school you can have that time to go outside, go on walks, and even that I would imagine is beneficial for their mental health too, to kind of open that bridgeway.
Absolutely, and it's small moments. It doesn't need to be anything grand, but just having the intention and focus with our kids is really impactful.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Megan. Now, how do people find you? They can find you in 2 different places.
Yes, I'm at Terrace House, and I'm also an assistant professor of counseling at Lindenwood University.
Fantastic. Go ahead and take a look at your screen there. All that information about Terrace House. We appreciate you coming on the show. It's just such an important conversation, and hopefully we can help some families out there who might be struggling with the back-to-school transition.